Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And I remember when he was a prospect coming out of college and people were wondering about different parts of his game. What all came together nicely in 2016. Had the Raiders at 11-3, had them thinking Super Bowl before an injury finished his season. They're counting on him to take them to new heights.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Yeah, the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
What I've always liked about Michael Crabtree has been one word: strength. Strength in route running, strength in body, strength of hands. If that ball gets near him, it's hard to get it away from him, hard to dislodge it. And I think that's why he's starting to have more and more success in the NFL. He's even close to being open. He comes down with the football.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Carr. And he finds his man. It's the former Ram, Jared Cook. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First down, the run with Lynch. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch, 32 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's all capped off by a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Last year's #1 overall pick, here he comes. He'll be leading them and looking for an improvement in year 2, Jared Goff.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jalen Richard. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They start the drive with Lynch, and he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 23. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Carr. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism. Great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, Carr. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A look up to the scoreboard as time has run out on this first quarter. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Oakland after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Gives to Marshawn. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On play action, now Carr. A right side catch by Crabtree. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Carr to Crabtree, good for a Raider first down. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They'll run with Lynch. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Now Carr throwing on second down. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Ball on the 3, 3rd down and goal. On the ground, it's Lynch. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's all capped off by a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Marshawn Lynch and the Raider offense heading back out there. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
More. You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You don't.
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching
you do it. You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, it's a champ in my book.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. Evades him at the 20. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. This is Lynch, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
Carr. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Escaping the pressure right. Into the end zone. Oakland Raiders, touchdown.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Janikowski now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a tie. And it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now we move to spotlight Tavon Austin. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Out of the gun, gone. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now a 1st down throw, gone. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 7 on the play. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And it'll make it 2nd down. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll run with Lynch. And an alley to run. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new setup. The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Throwing now is Carr. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Robert Quinn able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Not something you see a whole lot of. A sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. Throwing on first down is Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. 7
yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mark Barron with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Steps away to his left. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 26 yards on the pickup there. Good enough for an Oakland first down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Carr going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Well, it looked like he had.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Carr going to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ethan Westbrooks in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings it.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 46 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited? Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Janikowski on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
One last throw here for Goff. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.